Greetings, hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is Belle. I'm here to introduce a card reading to you. It's going to be for the rest of May 2019 and upcoming June 2019. And it's also the type of reading that can be inspirational if you see it down the road sometime. Okay, so the decks that I'm using today are Angel Prayers by Kyle Gray, Spirit Song Tarot, which is like different animals, and that's by Paulina Cassidy. And I'm using the beautiful Star Tarot. And the author of the Star Tarot looks like Kathy McClelland. All of them have really cool messages and really cool art. I've already drawn the cards and turned them over, so hopefully that helps me be a little bit more clear, but we'll see what happens. I'm really looking forward to this reading. I feel like it's been a while since I made a video for YouTube, and I'm getting back into card reading and more of this dynamic setting, so it should be fun. Interestingly, when the first card that came up is Clear Your Vibes. And it's pretty interesting because I wasn't looking at the cards, but I was shuffling them. And then when I looked down to pick them, this card was face up, even though I don't really know how that happened. I must have accidentally flipped, but I didn't remember that happening. Okay, so Clear Your Vibes from Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. So this is showing that whoever you are out there, whatever we're doing, it's a good idea to go ahead and take some time to clear our vibe, probably at least once a day, or definitely in the afternoon once you're getting kind of bogged down by the day. I'm feeling like some tension between my heart chakra and my solar plexus. I'm feeling like some of us are holding, it's interesting, some kind of emotional blockage or holding some kind of tension, I guess, or stress. So if you clear your vibes, I think this may reduce some of the stress you're feeling potentially each day. It also gives you a chance to tune in to how you want to live, and you're not going to be pushed around or lost in the shuffle. And especially people who live in bigger cities or any place where people are in different moods, obviously everywhere. Even if you're going to the grocery store or you're trying to go to a concert and you're waiting in line somewhere. So you want to just make sure you have your own strong vibe so that you're not at the whim of like everything that's going on. Okay, the next card from Angel Prayers Oracle is Study and Learning. This is really interesting that this comes up. So many people are delving into so many cool topics these days. Like, I got some astrology books recently, and I'm still scratching the surface, but it's going to be pretty fun. You notice that she has, I don't know if you can see it, but she has her third eye illuminated to some extent. It's kind of like a little diamond here. And I feel like this is about your vision for where you want to go as you move forward. So as you are studying and learning, whether or not this is formal, it may not even be formal. It could just be something you're passionate about that you're finding out more about. It says, thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. So I don't know if I agree with that, because that's saying it's more of just like learning life lessons. But to me, it's more of an actual topic or passion that you're really diving into. Okay, so for the two animal type tarot cards, the first one is a cicada, and it says transformation, and then the keywords are transition and liberation. So I feel like with the clearing your vibe and raising your vibe to some extent, you're going to notice a type of transformation. It's interesting that an insect is depicted on this card. It's almost like something that's essential to life, but at the same time, something that's overlooked and not really appreciated. So I feel like maybe you're a little bit grumpy about having to go through a transformation, and it's not really going to be that much fun, or that's how you perceive it. But I think you will be happy with the outcome once you go through this transformation. So it might be a little difficult right now, or it might seem difficult, but I think you are going to be pleased in a matter of weeks with the outcome. Okay, the next card is the Knight of Shells, which pictures a flamingo, and the keywords are charm and passion. So it's interesting, we were talking about your passions with study and learning card, and then here we see a flamingo who is balancing, and its shells, I think, are the suit of cups, which is emotions. So it's like, I feel like with this card, you're tiptoeing around the surface of your emotions. You know, like if we saw like a whale or a dolphin, you're diving deep into your emotions. But here, we see you're just kind of skimming the surface of your emotions. And you're kind of looking at the water and figuring out what to do next, if we're looking at this flamingo as a symbol or a metaphor. And I think that's okay. I think you're trying to keep things light. Like as you're going through this transformation, you don't want to get extra bogged down with all these heavy emotions right now. So I think it's not superficial. You're just keeping things light, as in lighthearted, for probably a good reason. And you'll know when it's time to get deeper into the soulful emotions that are right for you. I think just trust your instincts with that, obviously. Okay, so the next 3 cards are from the Star Tarot. The first card is Six of Cups. It's very beautiful. These like very symmetrical flowers at the bottom. There's a rainbow. Then there are these friendship fairies who are flying on a unicorn above the sun. So it's very lighthearted, very playful. Getting back to your sense of being a kid. Like, I don't know if you had this experience, but sometimes when you're a kid, you go to the playground or you go to the park and you just naturally are there and you're hanging out with all the other kids at the park. You don't really know who they are. They're just the kids who are playing at that time. Their parents have brought them to the park. It's very playful and lighthearted. It's not formal. You're not introducing yourselves like, hello, my name is this. How are you? What do you do for a living? It's just completely playful. So I feel like you're going to be getting back to this lighthearted energy, this playfulness. It could mean some sports that you haven't done recently, just getting outside, throwing the frisbee, playing disc golf, playing some tennis, or just walking around the park. And so it's like, I guess that's the nature, getting out in nature that's coming out. But mainly I feel like you're going to be really appreciating something that's whimsical, goofy, closer to how you felt when you were a child in good ways, like being playful and having that sense of not being naive, but having that sense of trust in other people, that they're not going to be competitive with you or rip you off or be rude to you. I think when we're younger, I mean, not always, but maybe we are more trusting of the other kids on the playground, so to speak. So that's what that card is bringing up as the way I'm interpreting it. Okay, the second card of this tarot is Temperance. Again, we have a lot of rainbow in this card, just like the other card. I'm not as familiar with the card Temperance. I don't think I've spent as much time with it. I usually think of it as a card of balance. It's interesting, there's some two rivers you see there at the bottom. They're winding rivers. It almost looks like a pathway. So I feel like this is about, like, you know, that poem, two roads diverged, and it's like you could have taken either path, but it does make a difference which path you take. So I feel like you're kind of biding your time, still looking at all of your choices and possibilities, and you see these two pathways, and they both look pretty good. But if you stay in a balanced mindset, you'll probably know fairly well which pathway you ultimately want to take. It will make a difference, and they're both good outcomes. So it's that kind of thing, like just trying to use your instincts and feel out what would be the best course of action for you. It's really, really interesting. I mean, this is a card that has a lot of symbolism in it. We could like gaze at this card for a really long time. But So if you want to stop the video and just kind of like look at the imagery that appears more more vibrant to you in this card, that could be a message for you that's more personal. Okay. And the last card of this reading is the Six of Swords. This is a very seems like a very solemn card. You see, it looks like someone has been laid to rest, and there are two killer whales there. It's some sadness. It's about putting something, letting go, putting something away. I don't think it doesn't have to literally be a person who is passing away, but it's about, it's bittersweet and it's sad, and it's about finding like a final resting place for something that has been really important to you. And that could go back to the transformation card. It's really sad, actually. I'm getting like a huge sense of sadness. I don't know, this isn't necessarily for everyone, obviously, but like something is concluded, and it's you know, it's fading away, and that's it. And you know, there's a lot of sadness around that, whatever that is for you in your life. But I think, I don't know, there's also a in the middle is the sunlight. So I think there's optimism in this card, and it's hopeful, but definitely a huge sense of sadness. Like something coming to a conclusion. Okay, well, I hope some of these cards might have resonated for you. It's up to you what inspiration you want to take and what inspiration you want to leave. And I hope you have a really good upcoming few weeks, and I will see you next time. Thank you.